Hello everyone, welcomes to my Days of Our Lives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A miracle occurs when Paulina's angel visits, and Abe's wife is spared at the last second. Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that Paulina Price's family will become more worried about her deteriorating health. Abe Carver will not want to lose his wife so quickly, even if Paulina will recognize that it might be her time to depart. In their second chapter, Abe fell in love again, even if he can't recall the first one he wrote with Paulina. Abe is now in a desperate attempt to hold Paulina close to him so they can create many more chapters together in the future. Paulina's parents, Lonnie Grant and Chanel DiMera, also want to see her stay as long as possible, although there will be dark times when it seems hopeless. Thankfully, Paulina's plot is about to take an amazing turn, according to Days spoilers. During the week of March 11th to 15th, DOOL fans can anticipate an angel's arrival, ensuring Paulina and Abe have this incredible experience. Positive news is on the way, as it appears that Paulina will receive the miracle for which her loved ones have been hoping. Paulina's cardiology test results will be pleasantly good after additional testing is completed. According to previews for Days, Paulina will be able to celebrate with Abe, Chanel, Lonnie, and Eli Grant after this angelic visitor shows up as a last-minute save. Paulina has had numerous health obstacles recently, including thyroid cancer and the ensuing cardiac issues. Paulina will be quite appreciative that her life is going to take a beautiful turn for the better in terms of her recuperation. Days teasers state that although Paulina and Abe would be taken aback by the angel's appearance, they will both be able to verify that it's genuine. Naturally, after Paulina's health unexpectedly improves in the aftermath, there will be even more evidence, leading Abe and Paulina to believe they had a supernatural visit. Paulina's amazing recovery may defy the physician's explanations, but Paulina and Abe will believe that this angel intervened in their lives at a crucial moment. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Paulina will have a chance to turn her life around, so be sure to check back for more information on her future. Given that Holly was unable to recall the details of the night she overdosed, Tate was concerned about his future while in the halfway home. Teresa declared that Sloan had taken up Justin's case for Tate when Sloan showed up. Tate told Sloan his version of what happened the night Holly overdosed. Once Tate concluded, Sloan was concerned about whether a jury, should the case go to trial, would accept Tate's account. Though Sloan pointed out that the lawsuit was personal to EJ, Tate and Teresa hoped the matter would not go to trial. Sloan recommended that she set up a plea bargain. Tate called it BS, adamant that he had done nothing improper. Teresa urged Tate to take Sloan's advice after Sloan moved on. Tate hoped Holly would come to her senses and exonerate him of all charges. When Sloan returned again, she requested a private conversation with Teresa. Teresa got up, and Tate noticed her phone on the other side of a table. Teresa was informed by Sloan that she intended to make an official complaint against EJ to try and get him removed from Tate's case for being biased and lacking objectivity. In case Tate's case went to trial, Sloan stated that she needed him to maintain his composure. While Sloan acknowledged that she couldn't guarantee Tate's outcome, she pledged to use her whole resources to support him. Teresa gave Sloan a hug. Tate returned to the table, snatching Teresa's phone and putting it in his pocket. Teresa came back a little while later. Tate was advised by Teresa to persevere. Tate promised not to, and both he and Teresa declared their love for one another. Tate attempted to message Holly via Teresa's social media account after she departed by using Teresa's phone. Holly was ecstatic when Eric followed Nicole into her room at the DiMera estate. Nicole left after Eric and Holly exchanged hugs. Upon hearing Holly's account of the night she overdosed, Eric surmised that there was something Holly was withholding from him. Holly claimed that she was still a blur on New Year's Eve. When Nicole came back, Eric had been showing Holly pictures of Jude, which made her drool. Eric revealed that he and Sloan had not christened Jude until Nicole and Holly had returned to Salem. Nicole recommended using the DiMera home for a christening ceremony. Eric predicted that Sloan would not be pleased. Eric was eventually convinced to talk to Sloan about the offer by Holly and Nicole. Later, Holly assisted Nicole in organizing Jude's christening in the mansion's living room. Nicole wrapped her arms around Holly and said that if Holly hadn't come up from her coma, she didn't know what she would have done. Nicole, according to Holly, is a survivor, and she expressed her desire to avoid discussing New Year's Eve in the future. Nicole consented to dedicate herself and Holly to the christening ritual. Holly and Nicole declared their love for one another. Nicole got up to leave when Holly's phone rang. Holly mentioned that Teresa had sent her a message on social media. "Tate's mother is slipping in my direct messages, why the heck? I apologize, woman. Not enough time for you." Ignoring the message, Holly stated dismissively, "I've got a party to plan." Leo was watching Jude at Sloane and Eric's apartment when she started crying. Leo held Jude after changing his diaper. As Leo started telling Jude the tale of the night Jude was born, he called Sloane a wicked witch, a nasty, bottle-blonde, evil person. "Okay, that's not fair." Leo joked, "We don't know for sure that she's a bottle-blonde." Leo gave Jude a real smile, as if he was fond of the infant. When Leo observed that Jude was beginning to grin at him, he became distraught. Leo changed into a rap artist's attire and started rapping for Jude shortly after. Eric came in and was struck by how much Jude seemed to like Leo. Eric saw that Leo and Jude appeared to get along when he found out that Sloane had asked Leo to watch the kids. Leo was getting ready to head out when Sloane came home. Eric commented on how well Leo had taken care of Jude. Eric informed Sloane that Nicole had offered to use the DiMera estate to host the christening celebration. "Nicole is the cutest person ever. And the DiMera mansion, what an ideal location," Leo pretended as Sloane's expression turned glum. Steve, John, and Ava stayed in Wendy and Tripp's apartment, looking for more hints on where to find Wendy and Tripp. Ava mentioned over the phone to a family member that the Vitali family had consented to assist with the search. "What did it cost you?" Steve queried. Ava claimed that her family had promised to do her a one-time favor and that, should anything come of it, she would handle the fallout afterwards. Ava, John, and Steve all agreed that they needed any assistance. Ava went over a list of the tools they would use to free Clyde from prison while the three of them studied Statesville plans. Before leaving, Steve and John mentioned that they wanted to pick up some special equipment. Ava found out that Steve and John were going to kidnap Clyde and interrogate him about where Tripp and Wendy were. Steve stated that neither John nor he intended to let Clyde leave Salem. Pushing back, Ava declared that the thought of betraying Clyde would be insane. Steve was asked to consider Tripp's safety by Ava. Steve reasoned that Clyde could escape Salem without disclosing Tripp's location, so he and John kept Clyde until he disclosed Tripp's whereabouts. Ava disagreed with Steve about what John and Steve had decided, and she pleaded with the men to allow Clyde to leave Salem. "Steve, it is the price we are going to have to pay to save our son," Ava responded. Ava's concerns were heard by Steve, but he informed her that there was no way Clyde could leave Salem. John took a stand with Steve, who restated their intention to compel Clyde to divulge Tripp and Wendy's whereabouts.